But I'm hoping this is going to motivate me to do more side hustles. I'm only stuffing 180 a week, saving up from scratch for my emergency fund. I would be £40 short. You know, we do have a lot of talking now. All of this kind of broken down to things that I can do on a weekly basis. I had a month ahead as a sinking fund here. Nails 30, we have nothing left for the month. Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Jamie and today we're going to do a monthly reset for October. We're going to start off by going through a couple of things that happened in September, what I'm thinking moving forward for the year, and we are also going to do my budget, work out some sinking fund goals. So I hope you are excited. A lot of things have changed over the past year. All the goals that I set in the beginning of the year, I don't want to say they're redundant, but my lifestyle has completely changed. 2023 has been such a fast-paced but also very intentional year. Not intentional in what I first thought it was going to be, but I've just decided to slow down and take things as they come and focus on the things that truly matter to me and my children. So I hope you are ready and let's do this. So I've got my planner here. All I've really done is jotted down a few notes for September. We have a few categories that I'm going to go through, and that is lifestyle, business, homemaking, finances, and home economy. And I also want to talk a little bit about some notable purchases of September. All these categories are just general things that have happened to kind of update you, because I'm hoping to make more of these in the future and keep things more intentional. The first category we're going to cover in our September reflections are lifestyle, and the only thing that really happened notably in September are back to school, which actually was quite a big deal. My oldest son is 10, so he's doing his last year before high school, and my youngest son started full-time nursery. So that was a big thing for them. He's settling in really well, and I think they're both quite excited for what's to come, which is nice. But that means obviously I am going back to working a bit more and focusing on what's coming next in terms of our general economy in the house and what we have bringing in. Another thing that I really wanted to focus on for September was meal planning. I did okay, but I didn't do anywhere near as well as I would have hoped. So I'm definitely going to move that into October. It's more about a habit, but I have a few things up my sleeve, so hopefully it's going to make it easier. For lifestyle in general, we also got a dishwasher. I just decided that it was time. I spent a lot of time in the kitchen, and we did replace our tumble dryer with the dishwasher. We might install it somewhere else, but I don't know. In terms of my business, I wanted to say that I hit 1,000 subscribers on my vlog channel. I'm not up to watch hours yet, but I really do appreciate everybody, and that's like my little passion project. I just love making videos over there, and I still love these ones. I just feel like I haven't been as intentional. It's just been mainly cash stuffing and sharing my journey rather than my thoughts, if that makes sense, and kind of connecting with you guys. So I'm hoping we can do that more over here, because I do love making content regardless. So I just want to say thank you to anyone who's subscribed over there. It really means the world to me. The next thing is, as of September, I'm officially self-employed. So I'm still on my low income. I'm still receiving universal credit, but I have a 12-month startup period, and we're going to see how that goes. I'm hoping to get some business mentors on board. That's all happening in October. Another thing is that I have been working on some savings challenges, which will be up on my Etsy. They were just so much fun to make. I'm just going to finalize that, and I'm hoping to obviously October. And in terms of YouTube videos and my business, my goal is always to have at least one video a week on either channel. So that's kind of 8 to 9 videos a month. And I've been doing that mostly throughout September. It's been quite chaotic. I have lots of content plans. So if there's anything you ever want to see, please do let me know, and I will put that on my calendar, because I do prefer to create content that you actually want to watch. Instagram, I had an Instagram goal to be posting 3 times a week for September, and I am so bad with Instagram. I am really hoping to do that more. So I have 2 Instagrams. I obviously have kind of my personal one and then my budgeting one. And I want to focus more on my budgeting one. I really can't be doing all channels at once or all types of content platform at once. Same with like TikTok. I've completely let that go. It is just too much. I don't have all the time in the world, and I do want to actually create things that I love and that is useful and beneficial. But I'm hoping to do more Instagram in October. And then as for my Etsy store, I wanted to get a savings challenge just up in November, and that just wasn't possible. So we're fingers crossed now for October. And in terms of the next category, which is homemaking, there are just a couple of things that I wanted to mention there. So I've been wanting to can for a long time, but I was just too scared. And I was thinking it's gonna have to be next year. I haven't got a canner, but then Wilco's went into administration. They had a big stock pot. So I decided to use a big stock pot and can my first tomatoes, and I just checked them just now before we started filming, and the seals are holding, the lids are holding, so I'm really happy about that. It's actually tomato ketchup and it tastes so nice, but I wish I'd done it in kind of pint size or smaller, but I didn't have the jar, so I gave it a try in quart sizes, and I think that my family actually tried it and they used it as salsa and said it tasted really nice. So, you know, we do have a lot of taco now, so they'll go. Next thing I did was make granola actually in September, and that's all gone so quickly. They all really, really love it, and I have one child who isn't too keen on granola and he loves it too, so I'm hoping to do more of that. And then in terms of homemaking, I've gone to buy fabrics. I did buy a sewing machine as well. I do have one, but I just found this in an antique store and I loved it. I've been looking for a single one for a long time, but I did pick up some fabrics. I have a few projects that I'm wanting to do. I did fashion design at uni, but I haven't actually sewn anything for like 10 years. If I can remember how to thread the machine, I think we're off to a good start. And then in terms of finances, so for the next category, we got finances. And the first up we have obviously cash budgeting. I took a break of cash budgeting for kind of spring, most of summer. Started up again in July, I believe. And August were kind of a big trial run, and in September I'm really starting to feel good about it again, putting tiny amounts away constantly, and that's what you can watch throughout this channel anyway. I upload weekly cash stuffings, but my relationship for cash budgeting is starting to really fruit again, which is amazing, and I'm really excited. It's going to be hard for the next few months, but we're going to go into that when we budget. The next thing I wanted to do for September was track my expenses daily, and it started off great and then I fell off. That's just never good. It really isn't. I'm someone who needs to be tracking them daily, or I do get myself into like big trouble. My emergency fund, so I started off saving up from scratch for my emergency fund. We have £1,000 goal and we have about 370 I think as of today. So the goal is to, which we'll go through in the budgeting, is to hit both my emergency fund and most of my month ahead by the end of 2023. That's going to be tough, to be honest with you. It's gonna be really hard, but I'm going to try, and if we hit close to those marks, we've done really well. Okay, the next one is my month ahead, and it's only about 815 that I'm aiming for. So that's my current bills. It's going to be a lot higher over winter, but it's still the ballpark that I'm shooting for. We have £255 down, so we're going to have to save the rest by end of the year, and we have 13 weeks left. So I'll go through this all with you. And then of course my Christmas savings. I did decide to save £250 for Christmas, then I changed it to 200, and now I'm considering it to be 150, but we are on 90 or 95 pounds as of this morning. We're going to try and be a little bit more intentional, a little bit more frugal. I usually try that over Christmas anyway, and I always get a little bit carried away. The season, gifting, seeing my children's happy faces. Last category, which kind of goes in with homemaking, is home economy. So even though I have projects that I'm doing in homemaking and cooking and creating and decluttering and being more intentional within our home, I'm wanting to really focus on building our home economy and what that's going to look like. Here I just have a bunch of things that we have been growing lately that are still doing well. We still have tomatoes coming. We still have a couple of courgettes that I thought had succumbed to mildew and then they just bloomed again. We've got a couple of cucumber still on the vines that are growing, and then our pumpkins and gourds. We just have a couple, I think 6 or 8 somewhere along that ballpark of summer squashes, pumpkins, etc. that are still doing okay. So for first time, first year gardening and first time actually growing anything, I'm really happy with what we've been doing. I did dehydrate, no I didn't. I'm wanting to dehydrate some of our runner beans, the actual beans inside the pods. I think would do really well if they were dried. So I'm going to try and dry them. I've picked them and put them on the windowsill, and they're too close together now, but I'm hoping it will be okay. I keep turning them over. And lastly, we do usually have milk kefir going. It's been on the wayside for a long time. Sourdough, again, I do that as and when. And then we have water kefir going currently, but that's Hunter's dad that's trying to teach me how to do that. He's just got one going on the windowsill, and then hopefully he can come and show me what to do. I'm thinking I'm getting okay with fermentation. I also did do some, what did I do? I was freezing some strawberries. I took the strawberry tops with some vinegar and making some strawberry vinegar as well. So I'm trying various things to kind of use what we have and save some money. And then lastly for September, I want to go in through some notable purchases. First up is of course the dishwasher. Now we are renting. I didn't pay for this. Things that I bought was the sewing machine. I got that for £47. Now I've seen them cheaper, like the old Singers, like £20-30, but they're usually not in working order, and it said it was in working order. I just haven't fully sorted it out yet. I actually got it delivered yesterday. Garden supplies, we did buy quite a few garden supplies for Wilco's because we're closing down, some bigger pots, and also some plant starts. Now our garden so far this year have pretty much all been grown from seed, which is great, but I haven't done any sowing for the past month or 2 months at least. I didn't know what to do with kind of the autumn garden. I think this is something that I'll learn throughout the year, but we did order some plant starts that's going to arrive in mid-October to see how they'll do. Actually, I think it just saves a lot of time and money. We use less compost, less potting up, a lot of things. So if that works well, we might kind of do both in the future, but we are giving it a try. And that is it for kind of the recap for September. And now I'm wanting to move into October. So before we do my budget for October, I am thinking that we are going to work out what I need for my emergency fund and month ahead. I made a start on it here because I wanted to show you how I'd be working out all type of savings and sinking funds moving forward. I've got that here in my planner, and then we are going to write out the budget for the month, how to possibly achieve this, and for the next of the year. And then I'm going to go through our October goals. I'll just pop you over here and show you what I'm thinking. After these review, we're going to move to my October, and I'm just wanting to work out my financial goals. So I've got my main example here of my emergency fund. Just noted down that for the rest of 2023, because I am wanting to reach these by 2023, we have 13 weeks and then 12 weeks until Christmas. So for my emergency fund, my goal amount is £1,000. My current amount is 320. I started this today, so it's actually 370. Amount to save left is 680, and we have 13 weeks, which works out at £52.31 per week. Now I've stuffed 50 today, which is why I have a 320, because we are at the first week of the 13 weeks. Then I have my month ahead fund, and my goal amount is 815. I currently have 255. We have 815 minus 255, so we have 506 to save. We have a saving period again of 13 weeks, and then we do 560 divided in 13. Okay, so we get 43. So if I say 40 per week times 13 is 520, so I would be £40 short. But if I say 45 per week, I would be £25 over my goal. For my budget, with how low it is, I think I'm going to do 40 and try and, same as I'm doing 50, and try and put away anything extra that I might have, but that will get us close enough. So that is the bare minimum. So I'm going to do, what did we actually need? 43. I'm going to have the real amount here. 560. And if I then can come up with some extra saving of £231 and £307 every week, which is £5.38, I'll hit it basically. But we shall see. That's the bare minimum that I wanted to do. Same, I have my Christmas, so I could work out the same here for Christmas, and I probably will do that for our budget. Other options things that I'm wanting to save for over this, I have two things. I have number one, nails. It sounds so silly to say. Number two, I'm wanting to work on my buffer. This is just extra, but they're not priorities. Ideally be £5 a week each. Flipping over to my October budget. So it is currently the month of October. Going to go ahead and fill out any things that I have coming up in October and any key dates. So we have payday, noting down school holidays. Once the month is sorted, we are flipping over to our monthly planner and we're going to set our goals after this. So let's move on to our budget. So I've already started this here, and this will be our monthly budget for October. We're going to run it from the 1st of October until the 31st. With budgeting is that work out your income. Now I have £373.03 from Universal Credit. I have £159.60 from child benefit, and I'm just going to put those there. Any extra income I'll work out later, but I'm going to budget off the income that is what I have coming in. So it's £1,532.63. So I move that down here, which is my starting point. Then I list all my bills and fixed expenses. I usually round them up, but I've decided to do exact amount. That all comes to £810.04, and I have £722.59 left over. So I'm going to round that down, leave the £2.59 in my bank account to 720. And I'm going to do October's 4 weeks with a day stretch for the last week. So 720 divided in 4 gives me £180 per week. Fill out my whole budget for what I need to achieve this month. And then I've already started an example here. It's really all over the place, but I did put 180. I'm going to be stuffing £40 a week to reach my month ahead. All of my bills will already be coming out of my bank account. That's why I'm only stuffing 180 a week. All my bills have been transferred to my other account, and that is all sorted. This is my paycheck plan. Every month has the monthly budget. Then it has a running ideas list with things to do and things to buy. Then it starts with a new week, and all the weeks are color coded. So I have a page for a planner, meal planner for the week, and that always has a shopping list at the bottom. So once you've done your meal plan, you can make your paycheck plan. And then it has your expense tracker to the side for the week. Every single week looks like. Then I have my overall plan. This is all old because I wrote this last week, but in the wrong green. But that's what every single week is like. This is a new week. There's 4 weeks in this planner to every month. Third week is blue, and then the last week is really cute, like nude brown color. They all have the same sheets in there. Then every single week has Monday or Sunday, like I do it, as a full page, the first day of the week, and then the same page but in a smaller version for the rest of the week. The same 2 here, and then a week review here. The last week of September, this is what I used to write my September notes down that I read from for my September reflections. Okay guys, so now we are going to budget. I am super excited to actually be doing this for the rest of the year. There's a lot of changes that need to happen, but I'm just going to plug the numbers in that I have for my fixed expenses and then do the monthly on here so that I have it digitally and I can pull it up on my phone. I've got it on here, and I do have a link to this through my Notion as well, which is where we'll be goal setting. But for week to week, I do my weekly paychecks in the individual weeks here. Just to keep track of everything, but I hope to track the expenses through here. We're just going to jump through October, and I'm going to plug my income in. So we got $13.73, and then I'm not going to have any side hustle. However, we're going to have our child benefit. So I'm just doing the basics, but I'm hoping this is going to motivate me to do more side hustle stuff. Okay, so 159.60. So that's our total of 15.30, which is what I had here already. And then we're doing our fixed expenses. That has brought in at the bottom here how much I have left, because I haven't started plugging my expenses in yet. But we have rent, we have council tax. Okay, so it's been a couple of days. A lot have changed, but not many to budget. So we're going to continue where we left off. The reason why is because my youngest woke up from his nap that he was having, and then I was took out by extreme back pain for like 2 days. So this video will be up a little bit late, and I'm sorry, but let's do this. We still need to budget. So I did have a couple of things in my plans that I were going to do. One of them were my nails. It's the 2nd of October today. I just had them done, but I'm going to budget as if though this hasn't happened yet. And that means I can also show you the expense tracking, because I still have to track these. So the money left over after my fixed bills is 720, and that's what I would cash budget. We are going to start plugging in all my expenses that I anticipate for the month. But first, before I do that, there are of course certain savings that I really do want to prioritize. So it's about kind of paying yourself first, including within your budget, even if that don't get sent straight away to savings. Mine will be throughout the month. The first thing was my emergency fund. I wanted to do £50 for that, so that is 200, and I'm going to do 2 placeholders here at the bottom. I'm going to put them in red. That's very extreme, isn't it? But let's go ahead. I know, I don't like that. And then the next one was my month ahead. So my emergency fund, I were going to budget £50 a week. So that is 200 for the month. And then my month ahead, £40 a week. So that's 160. Well done me. Put these on here. They're going to go down to my sinking funds, but I just don't want to accidentally spend it before I get there. So I'm putting it in now. Groceries, I tend to do £30. I am going to empty my deep freezer and I'm going to eat out of that, and then try to look out for meat unreduced to restock. We're going to do £30 a week, so that is 120 for the month. Transport is £15 a week. I'm not going to do anything specifically to eating out. I'm going to do £5 a week for coffee, so that's 20. Nothing for takeout. Spending, I tend to do £10 a week, but I tend to split that with coffee. Thrifting usually, but we're going to do nails. Now this is how you're going to see my sinking funds working. Nails are I'm going to do 30. Family fun. Let's not spend anything extra, and let's just put 20 in family fun. And then I know we bought a keyboard just before end of September, which I picked up today, but I paid for it already. That money I paid with my credit card, but the money isn't coming out of this month. It's coming out of my sinking funds. So we're going to take 15 out of max, and we're going to take £10 out of Hunter. Okay, so this shows a total that I have £87.59 left after like all my expenditures and after my main savings here. So now I'm going to add those in already, because I'm taking them out of sinking funds and not from this wage. They need to be an income in my budget. So I'm going to add those 3 here. That's not my income. This is my income. There we go. That makes more sense. So obviously that brings my total income up, but amount to budget for the month, 720 still stays the same. The code for these. There we go. That leaves 142. That makes more sense. So now we can move down to debt payments. For debt payments, it does say Amazon here still. It's not Amazon anymore. It's Pulse, but we are going to do 30, and then we're going to do Capital One, 60. See what we got? We got 50 left. Now here for my savings, I can start cancelling these out and delete these. My emergency fund, I'm going to do 200. Let's go into trackers. Long-term savings. I don't do help to save, so let's put month ahead to October. Now we're going to choose month ahead, and month ahead we're doing 160. Christmas is going to get £5 a week, so that is 20. And then have I got my buffer on here? We have not got our buffer, so let's add our buffer. Money trackers, sinking funds, short term, don't do Love Every anymore, so let's add buffer. The buffer goal is going to be 100 to start. We choose buffer for our sinking funds, and that is going to get again £5 a week, so that's another £20. I had month ahead as a sinking fund here, but I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to add nails to my short-term sinking funds. I don't have a particular goal for that. It's just kind of like a rolling one. We jump back to October and I'm going to nails on. And I only have £12.59 left, but I am going to budget £10. I think I have it £20, so that is 30 done for next month. But it's going to be a little bit higher because I probably need to take them off. So I might need another £10, but if I haven't quite reached it, I'm just going to have to go another week. But we're going to do £10 anyway, and that leaves £2.59 left in my bank account. And what I'm going to do is send that to my debt. Jump to my trackers. Scroll down to debt, extra. I'm going to do pulls up here in long-term debt, and I'm going to extra pulls. There we go. And then I'm going to add extra debt, and I'm going to do £2.59 and scroll back over here to the end, and we have done our zero-based budget. Okay, you can see for my budget overview, I have a total of $1,587.63 as income fueled into this budget, and that includes money from my sinking funds that I have brought in. My total fixed bills are £810.04. My total cash expenses will be $275, hopefully. Total debt payments $92.59, savings $360, which is my emergency fund and my month ahead. My sinking funds, I'm putting 50 towards my sinking funds in total, and that evens everything out. The next thing that I would do is going through this month's goals. I'm going to do that on Notion, but first we are going to fill out my expense trackers. So 1st of October, it's the 2nd of October today, we spent in family fun. We went to a local park and the kids got ice cream, and that was £4.40. And then on the 2nd of October morning, I might take that out of groceries. I'm not that hard. Okay, you can see if I scroll down to bottom, the total spend so far is £67.30 over the past 2 days. Automatically gets plugged into your actual spending related to those categories. So if we zoom into our expense budget here, £65 is what we now spend in groceries. For Hunter, £7.25 this morning in transport. We have £52.75 left for the month. Nails $30, we have nothing left for the month. If, however, I were to put that nails it was 28, but I tipped them off. I tend to just round up, I can't tip that much. If I put 31, you would see here that I would be £1 over. So that's how this is so easy to view. Okay, my friends, so we are going to do my goal setting for October. I'm kind of nervous. I haven't done this in so long, but I'm going to refer to my September goals or my September achievements for this. We are going to do this in Notion like good old times. So here we have my life dashboard, and I'm not going to go through all of this right now. There's lots to fill in. I'm going to go into my monthly reset tab. Okay, and here we're going to do our monthly goals, but this is more like my tracker up front. But I'm going to start by writing down my 3 main kind of categories, which is personal / homemaking, business, and then finance. I have 3 main categories, and I'm going to break them down. So for personal / homemaking, meal planning was a big goal in September, and I kind of fell short. That's something that I really want to focus on this month. It's got a lot to do with my budget. If I'm going to be able to keep my groceries down to like £30 a week. I do have my buffer for this too, just in case. Meal planning weekly, but we are going to be doing getting a skip. Now I don't know when, but I'm hoping that is for October. So I'm going to do a big declutter, and I do declutter a lot on my vlog channel, so do it. Make sure you subscribe there if you are wanting to see those. With that, I'm going to have Get Skip for major declutters. Now this is a last resort kind of thing. Like, we've been decluttering for years, and this is kind of what we feel like we need. We have a lot of sort of garden waste and things as well. So it's not just, just heaving things out as and when, but there could be an opportunity to do this. We have a lot of broken furniture, etc. that needs to go. So I want to try and declutter all hidden areas. We have like built-in wardrobes in every room upstairs, and I want to just declutter them. I don't want to eat out. I want to eat out the deep freezer. For our skip, I do want to do our conservatory where we use that as storage, and then I want to install fridge, conservatory. This is all for homemaking. Within our personal / homemaking is our home economy. Continue water kefir. And I do want to make at least 2 sourdough loaves per week. All of this kind of broken down into things that I can do on a weekly basis, but our home economy also has a lot to do with our garden. So in October, I want to do our October garden. And this is going to be in mid-October. Then we're going to move down to business. For September, we hit 1,000 subscribers on my vlog channel, and I want to put 1,150 subscribers, and I want to hit 4,000 hours watch time. Now, I'm not monetized on my vlog channel. I haven't hit my watch time yet, but I'm gonna have a quick look to see where we are at. I want to do my 4 cash stuffings, so 1 for each week, and then I want to do a mid-month update. So that's actually 6 videos for this channel. List more envelopes. That's all I'm gonna put now. Self-employment startup period of 12 months that started now in middle of September, and I do want to have that as something I do every month to move kind of the needle forward specifically. And for October, that is going to be attending a specific workshop that is to do with our area. I'm not great. I don't know what I'm doing, and I just want to go and get some advice. And that is all of my business goals. The last category is finances, and it's a lot to do with our personal finances first of all, but I am wanting to build up my business finances as well. My first goal is to track expenses daily in Planner, save £200, 2,000 in my emergency fund, 160 in month ahead. They are kind of my key priorities this month. Once I have all of these small things down, if I have a specific priority, I'll note that here, or whatever I'm working towards in a particular week, I will then check which ones I'm working on. Okay, so I just had a roll of pattern paper arrived because, like I said, I did get myself a sewing machine. I didn't think I was going to get this on time, but now I do want to add on to my lifestyle here. Sew something. I kind of have an idea what. I kind of know my general focus here. I'm not going to obviously tick them all. Overview on what I will be working for each day. So I know that I have both of those things to do on a Monday. Once these are done, I can press that I've reached it, and it will poof away to my finished tasks here. So this is just a visual overview where I can now sit down and plan when I'm wanting to do what to actually fit my goals into the week. And as I have so many goals, I'm going to be working through them obviously on a weekly basis. I'm not going to list them all in these notes every single week. I'm just going to do kind of the priorities first, and then once they're done, I can list new ones. I hope that makes sense. And work my way through these lists. Order calico plus a pattern master, and I'm wanting to do that by Friday. So I won't be sewing this week, but maybe I will be decluttering this week and sewing then next week. I hope that makes sense, and that falls under online. So I know there's something that I need to action online there. Very ambiguous. This is like an example of a couple of projects that I would have that might be bigger things and align with my goals. And then by the end of the month, I can always put if I'm rolling over, if it's in progress, or if it's done. Okay, so these are my goals for October. I hope they all make sense. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but I do hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video.